G'day geeks, my name is Chris, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Vypor and also a couple of literally Masters of the Universe figures as well. But first up, Vypor of the Snake Men. Mattel is certainly going strong in the Masters of the Universe Origins line of figures. As we know, Masters of the Universe, very famous property, cartoon and toy line in the 80s, and it's continuing strong today. So Mattel has been pumping out these Origins figures, which, as you can see at the front, modern posing retro play, and this is the subline from the Snake Men series of figures, which consists of quite a few, and Vypor is certainly a standout figure. I believe this is the first time we've had a Vypor in the line. There wasn't a equivalent in the 80s, which a lot of the Origins figures are. They're kind of throwbacks or redos of figures from the 80s, but Vypor seems to be a wholly original character. So yes, the Snake Men packaging on the front there, and with the logo at the top, so it's slightly different, but we can see all the red rocks and stuff, which is very familiar to the MOTU fans. You can see the kind of scales on the plastic packaging, which is pretty cool, and the fancy little sticker. And as they do, the artwork on these is just amazing. Look at that. So we've got some pretty awesome artwork on the back there with the Vypor, and some nods to perhaps to some future characters, these little frog soldier warrior creatures, which we could get. Well, not really frogs, are they? Look like chameleons or something. Anyway, yeah, it's very cool packaging. But let's open up Vypor and see what it's all about, and later we'll look at these two little world's smallest micro figures, which are pretty cute as well. I saw these at Toymate recently. There's a whole line of them, Transformers and whatnot, and I thought I'll grab a Skeletor and a He-Man, because they come with like mini comics and accessories and stuff, little small scale. So yes, we'll have a look at these later, but for now it's all about this guy, Vypor. As with all the MOTU Origins figures, they come with a few different throw-ins. So this shows that these parts are removable and swappable, so you can kind of customize and modify, so all the arms and legs and heads, whatever, comes off, and you can swap them within your other MOTU Origins figures, which is a lot of fun. It comes with a mini comic, just like the 80s figures did, showing the different new Snake Men, and these all came out around about the same time. So also available at the moment, we've got Lord Grasp, Terror, Reptilax and Vypor. I mean, I could have got all of them, I guess, but Vypor seemed to be the coolest looking one, and the one with the most unique parts, whereas the others kind of borrow a lot of parts from other characters. So yes, and here's Vypor, and we've got Lady Slither commanding the Snake Men on the back of the artwork, and we've got Eldor, the good guy, in chains there, about to be attacked by this creepy looking fella here. The front of the card says that he is the sinister embodiment of Viper Tower, which is a pretty cool character description. So Viper Tower is the middle tower of the huge Eternia playset, which many kids did not get because they weren't able to afford back in the 80s, but thankfully there is the new version. But yes, again, very expensive. So yes, he's kind of the embodiment of the Viper, the snake tower of the Eternia playset. And he's pretty detailed. As I said, he's got pretty cool features. He comes with his little bony kind of wand, which I'm sure some other character has probably used before. It looks like some kind of magician's scepter kind of thing. I don't think it glows in the dark. It looks very bony, all in the same colour. He comes with these chains, which are pretty awesome. And he's got little hooks on the bottom of his cool gold armour, which keep them in place. The armour is removable. You can see that on the side there. Just got the little hooks that can come out. And he's got the fabulous loincloth. It's got the purple and the black. Very interesting colour scheme. The neck, which moves around, and his mouth, which is articulated. That's pretty cool as well. I love that. And yeah, just a wonderful texture all over him. You can see he's even got, like, on his bicep, it looks like a little kind of snake head or something like that coming over, which is pretty cool. So yes, very interesting colours, interesting character design. These Snake Men have just been coming out of the woodworks with the Masters of the Universe figures. So I'm liking this figure. It doesn't come with a lot of accessories, just the one, but a pretty cool, scary looking, spiky Vypor. King Hiss, the leader of the Snake Men from the original 80s toy line, was always one of my favourite toys, and this is the Origins version of him, standing next to the Origins version of fellow Snake Man Vypor here. And as I said, you can mix and match the parts just like you can with any of the other Masters of the Universe Origins style figures, and you can kind of make the chains that he comes with in different decorations and different styles as well. So he's got a few different display and posability options, which is awesome. So very happy to add another Snake Man. I think these are the only two of the growing Snake Men subline of the MOTU Origins figures that I have. So here we have King Hiss, and now we have Vypor. Just to finish this quick review of Vypor, here in the background I've got some similar snake themed playsets and accessories and whatnot. So in the background we have the Snake Mountain from the Masters of the Universe vintage line. On the right we have the G.I. Joe classified Serpentor on his mighty golden throne, and on the left obviously we have someone who is known for his hatred of snakes, Indiana Jones. So a quick look at a very fun and colourful and bright Masters of the Universe Origins figure with real chains, a cool articulated jaw, some striking colours, and a pretty original and unique design. Lastly, these are cool. These are from the world's smallest collection. So they make basically micro little figures and collectibles. These are available in Big W. I got these from Pop Culture, and they do different ones of like Transformers, G.I. Joe I think, and yeah, here's a few different He-Man ones. You can see there's 6 in this first series here. I've got the main good guy He-Man and the main bad guy Skeletor, but it's pretty cool that they come with a comic and their accessories, so just like they did in the 80s. Yeah, pretty awesome. So I've got a couple of these minifigures, but these are definitely an interesting addition to the collection. So let's open these up and have a closer look at these tiny figures. The packaging is pretty cool. So after you get them out of the little box there, they're just kind of displayed like this. Pretty awesome. And obviously you've got the little figure with accessories in the baggie behind. Turn it around, it kind of tells you what the other figures are available, some of them. And it comes with the comic from the 80s. So this is basically an exact reproduction of the 80s comic with a different back cover, but yeah, pretty cool. So yes, very hard to read, but thankfully they've thought of that as well, because they've given you a little magnifying glass thing to kind of read it. So yes, obviously it's not going to pick it up very well on camera, but it does a pretty good job. So yes, there's He-Man. There's He-Man, and he comes with 4 different accessories. The kind of chest armor piece is a bit oversized, but that kind of makes sense for the figure. He can carry the power sword. He also comes with his shield, his axe, which I kind of bent, and a tiny little dagger. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, his arms move, his head moves, his waist and legs don't, but they come with a pretty stand as well, which is pretty awesome. So yes, these are not playable figures by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, they are pretty bendy, the plastic that they're made with, but also breaky. So good to kind of whack in the packaging, not good to play with, but interesting scale nonetheless. And there's Skeletor. He also comes with the stand and 3 accessories, so his Havoc Staff, his sword, and the little dagger, this time in purple. Can't get him to hold any of these because, as I said, the plastic is pretty flexible and bendable. But yeah, these aren't really toys as such. They're kind of just cute novelty display pieces. Just for comparison's sake, here's the other 2 micro kind of collection series that I have from the world's smallest series of figures. So this is the Bumblebee from the Transformers. They've done a few different Transformers as well, with the classic retro kind of packaging. And then on the left we have the Garbage Pail Kids. Remember those from the 80s? So this came with a little kind of trading card thing as well, which is pretty awesome. So yes, I've got 4 from this micro figures collection. And finally, just for fun, here's a few other smallish figures that I have. Transformers, He-Man, the Predator, G.I. Joe that came with the Sergeant Slaughter classified figure, and a Buzz Off from the Eternia Minis series. So some small series of figures here that look good on the toy shelf. A small, literally, but cool haul I have here. So yes, the Masters of the Universe Origins Vypor, very cool Snake Man looking figure. I love the colours and all the accessories he comes with the real chains and the boneyard kind of club wand thing, and another tiny micro figures to add to my collection. So there you go. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff as usual, and catch you in the next one. Goodbye, geeks.